Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video I wanted to make an update to the ORSON best teams because in my first video I uploaded on this I showed a lot of different team options you can try, but there is one team which is kind of overpowered or overshadowed all of the rest, which is the team which Splash is running. If you have MIKOLA built up, I tried this team before I had MIKOLA at Mythic Plus. Today I managed to get one extra copy of MIKOLA from recruitment, so I got it to Mythic Plus. But before Mythic Plus, this team was not working for me because MIKOLA is dying too quickly. She's basically your major tank you have in this team. But if you can get it to Mythic Plus or above, then this team becomes really strong, and it is probably the highest damage output team out there right now. I did only 2 runs, and my best score was 350 million. I am maxed out on the levels of level 321 on all of the heroes, but it did work with even the Supreme MIKOLA. And if you take a look at Splash's team, he was running exactly the same team. This is the formation. I ran the same formation. And he got 427 million damage, which is insane. I did not expect you would be able to get numbers that high in this boss, but I want to show you something very cool. Because if you take a look at even, like, for example, my district, I don't know how competitive yours will be. Even with like a 342 million, I would still be ranked 2 in the district, and I got a 342 million using a Smokey team without MIKOLA. And someone in my Discord server shared this team with me, and he said it does really well for him. And I wanted to try it as well to see whether it can be a good option when someone doesn't have MIKOLA. So let me show you my results here. This one, 342 million on just one attempt I did with Smokey. So Smokey is actually viable for ORSON. We thought MIKOLA would be the better option, but when Smokey is positioned off to the side, just like in Crystal Beetle, he can still get off his heals and aura effectively. He doesn't get interrupted that much, and he gets off his blue aura to deal good damage as well. And then we're running Shakira because if you're running this team of magical damage dealers like OD and Lily May, it would be better to have Shakir here because he can buff them up with damage, attack and damage reduction, haste buff. Whereas if you had, for example, the Kruger, it doesn't really help them increase their damage because he's for increasing physical damage, so he's better with Lenya. So Shakir works even better in this team, and it makes your team... There was pretty much no risk of dying, so even maybe at a lower level, this team can also work pretty well. Look at the damage output. Okay, so Smokey I guess maybe didn't reach with his blue aura, but he did get his blue aura off in the fight that I used. So anyway, I want to show you this team, and then I'm going to show you the team with Elsa, triple damage dealer, and MIKOLA if you want to run that, if you have MIKOLA built. But this is a great option if you don't have MIKOLA. You can compete for top ranking spots with a team like this. So as you can tell, Smokey off to the side here is not getting interrupted much. Like that knockback from the boss's scale doesn't actually interrupt the enemies who are colliding with it. It's just the Shakira which is getting stunned. The Smokey is able to continuously cast. Now he's providing the attack and haste buff for OD and Lily May. Shakir goes up to the front, giving the haste buff to your team, because if you have Rainier to position swap the OD, he's up in the front line. He can get all of the benefits of the Lupine's aura from Shakir. Okay, so Smokey is still casting. Recasting his ultimate. Lily May is dealing damage off to the side. I think the Smokey aura should be reaching her in this position, just barely. As you can tell, no issue of survivability. Shakir is protecting everyone. You could run this even if you don't have a plus 10 exclusive equipment Shakir. So here, Smokey goes for the blue aura, but I guess he's in a position where this is not reaching the boss, so he doesn't contribute any damage. If you try positioning Smokey closer to the front, he gets knocked up a lot. Because the boss has one attack, which is 3 tile wide in front of him, which is going to hit and knock up your heroes, and so you just want to prevent Smokey from getting hit with that. And even if he can contribute damage, he's providing the healing to keep everyone alive, and also the attack and haste buff, which is really important. So this is a great team that definitely you can try. And Verdant spell again will be the optimal artifact for Dream Realm, and I'm expecting for most Dream Realm bosses Verdant spell will be the best because it provides really strong buffs to different heroes, like class specific buffs. Like to rogue class heroes like Lily May provides penetration, and very useful buffs to everyone, basically. Okay, so there we go. We can just wrap up this score. Shakir keeps getting knocked back, but no one really minds about that. Odie is free to get off his damage. There, the boss just used his attack, which knocked up enemies in a 3-tile wide range, but I don't think that even contacted the Smokey because of his position. Okay, so that is one great team you can use. Now let's take a look at, as of right now, the overall top performing team. Because Splash has all the heroes built up, he's tried Lenya teams, he's tried everything. This is the team that got the overall highest score for him, so this is probably the overall best team right now. And we're going to watch his replay to see how it goes out, if it's perfect. So MIKOLA goes up to the front line, she's going to be tanking the damage mainly, but Odie is up in the front as well. And that is good because then MIKOLA can provide the haste buff from her Curse Sphere to Odie and also Lily May. One important thing is that if you can get the MIKOLA to Supreme Plus, it will be even better. Like for example, now my MIKOLA is just Supreme because I got one extra copy to get her to Mythic Plus and then gave her Supreme from the Acorns. But at Supreme Plus, her Curse Sphere would be continuous in duration. It will not ever need to be recasted as long as you're in control of the Honor Arena. So that is a pretty big improvement. Okay, so MIKOLA will finally cast her ultimate, and now it should not go down for the whole course of this battle. And also having the Supreme Plus, MIKOLA is going to give her the tankiness she needs to not die. Because even with my MIKOLA at Supreme, she ended up dying like with maybe 25 or 30 seconds left of the boss fight. Maybe if I did multiple attempts, it would be possible for her not to die, but it seemed like I had a pretty good run, and she still ended up dying. But with Supreme Plus, she's going to have the tankiness. She is at no risk of dying, as you can tell here, and she's just going to provide the permanent buffs for your team, and also the additional damage burn to adjacent enemies from her skills. Lily May actually goes down there with 10 seconds left, but the other damage dealers are all alive and they're going to clean it up. Towards the end of the boss, he is going to begin killing people. And 427 million. So very good score, and probably the best team out there right now. MIKOLA, not actually contributing that much damage herself, but it's just her buffs and also the fact that if you can use her as a tank, then she's going to be one of your best tank options because she will just power up your other damages. And Elsa is here for the interruption effects, because the interruption effects will reduce the fury stacks to the Orson boss, causing you to deal more damage to him and prevent him from dealing as much damage and wiping out your team. So as of right now, those are really the optimal teams, and they're even overshadowing Lenya. However, I think, like for example, when Booster gets up to level 321, he might be able to beat my team using the Lenya team. I think the Lenya team, it comes pretty close to this triple damage Elsa, Lily May, Odie team, but this one might be a little bit better, especially if you have a fully Supreme Plus MIKOLA and who can survive throughout the entire fight. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share, but really the most interesting thing comes from the viewer who shared the Smokey team, because that is a crazy team that you can run. Getting 342 million is no joke. So yeah, this is a really solid team. And of course, if you don't have Shakir, for example, you can go for Kruger and use these two damage dealers and Smokey off to the side. It is viable, it works. And probably the same thing will happen for Crystal Beetle tomorrow, where like MIKOLA might be considered the best option, but Smokey off to the side would also be a reasonable option. Maybe even better if his damage can actually connect with the boss, because in this Orson boss, just want to take a look. How hot, what is his hitbox? His hitbox is up to there, yeah, so Smokey's 4-tile is not going to reach his hitbox. If you had him here, he would be able to reach, but I think it isn't just then optimal because he gets interrupted too much with the attack. But maybe it is something you could try. Anyway guys, that is going to be it for this video. Just wanted to quickly update you on the probably what are the best Orson teams, and just a continuation of the previous video. And I hope you enjoyed the other videos we uploaded today, because we already uploaded the recruitment session of Dunlinger on All Great Gamers account, and I have a recruitment session of Nara and testing coming up as well later. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That is going to be it for this one, and until the next video, everyone, peace out for now.